Okay, Shalom Akim, Kahalan Mlai Habashim Shabashim Kakodash, and double honest to the greatness of the apostles. Thouday how share for the strength in order to make this video. It's the brother Ratazar Raha Halawaya. And this one, don't know, it could be quick, could be a little bit long, but the point being is that the so-called UFOs are the chariots, and what Esau labels as aliens are actually the angels, man, the Allahim, meaning powers. You know, if you go into the Hebrew root word for I think Genesis, it's in Genesis the first chapter probably. I need to check that again, but I know it's in Genesis the first chapter probably. But the point being is that Allahim is one of the root words, and that means powers, man. Powers as in angels. So of course, the point being is that really from this video that I saw here, it says Harvard says aliens are living among us, and then it says here the psyop has begun. Because when I was watching it too, these two individuals here, as you can see, these two individuals here are pretty much going into the information based on UFOs. Obviously, you know, they're basing it off of the alternative media. You know, when you go on BitChute, Odyssey, and all these other articles online too. But Esau Eden, pretty much later on in the video, you know, Yabashim Chariots, I can forward it to that point. They talk about all the technologies of which Esau Edom is hiding. That's the thing. So with these technologies of which the Most High has allowed Esau Edom to have, he can then use them in order to tempt people. The same way you saw videos of, I think, what is it called? I think the shop is called Amazon Fresh. And with Amazon Fresh, they have the capability, even Amazon Fresh and some other stores as well out there, they have the capability to scan the palm of a person's hand and then deduct the amount of the food that they took. For example, there's a video which was uploaded by one of the brothers some time ago, where someone walked in, they scanned their palm, obviously the data from the palm was saved, and then they took a drink, they walked out, and then the money would then be deducted from their account. So that would be from the point of convenience that Esau Edom's going to try and sell the chip. But this one here, these are all the technologies where Esau could also use a tactic of temptation, where you say, okay, if you want access to these new technologies, which people aren't really used to, if you want the new technologies that Esau's been hiding the whole time, then you gotta take the chip. So that'll be another form of temptation that people will then look out, and then obviously people will then covet after it. But let me try to play a little bit of this, you know, bring out precepts, then you know, that'll pretty much be the point right there, man. See what else I can say too.
For studying this, or to pretend to study it. Aliens might be living among us, according to a study by Harvard academics. Like, what other institution is more credible sounding than Harvard? Right? It gives you this immediate, like, oh, wow, this is legitimate. They want people to start thinking about it this way because they're inching us towards a certain thing that Dr. Greer has been shouting from the rooftops about for years now. This kind of like whole psyop about alien invasions and hostile aliens. And this article was so funny, bro. They literally said, the researchers have also investigated so-called crypto-terrestrials.
I think what crypto-terrestrials refers to is that either fake terrestrials or something like that. I'm gonna need to search the definition up again. Hold up. Crypto. Then if I recall correctly, I'm gonna just search the definition, crypto definition. Short for cryptocurrency, short for cryptography. A person having a secret allegiance or political creed, especially communism. Let's see, it says concealed or secret. So when it says crypto and then something, crypto as a prefix, it's really referring to something that's secret and concealed, as you can see here. So, you know, kind of like the crypto Jews as well, who were concealed. Yeah, there's some history on that as well. But yeah, as the guy said, man, they always like to put Harvard here or top university studies here in the UK. Got Imperial, Cambridge, and Oxford as well, and as well as there's many of them, man. There's many, but mainly Oxford and Cambridge. Whereas like if there's a study that's been released as well, they want to try and it's a credibility game. Once people hear the name Oxford, Cambridge, or MIT, in America or some other top universities there, then people's ears prop up, man, to listen, because uh, people nowadays are void of critical thinking. That's why. Wow.
Hostile aliens. And this article was so funny, bro. They literally said, the researchers have also investigated so-called crypto-terrestrials.
Oh,
I know, right? Notice they don't mention these are entities from other planets and civilizations coming to visit us. They say, Harvard says they're either dinosaurs that became intelligent or humans from the future that discovered time travel. Why wouldn't they postulate that they could be intelligent beings from other planets? Because then they open the collective consciousness to the fact that we're not alone. It's not all about us. We're not the only beings in the universe. But in fact, we're just one of countless civilizations. I mean, what would unite humanity and end the pointless forever wars faster than us realizing our place in the cosmos and that there's intelligent beings here to help us, right? They don't want that.
At the end of the day, Esau's been concealing more knowledge. That's why he's spreading more folly for people to believe. You're trying to say that there's some civilization out there. Now, of course, it's true we're not alone. It's true we're not alone, because clearly, for those of us in this truth as well, we know that the angels of the Lord encampeth around them that fear him. So let me try to get that. So clearly we're not alone. Because alien really just means stranger anyways. Like a foreigner in the land. And really the angels are from the heavens. So, of course, when they do come on the earth, or come from the heavens to the earth, they are really doing the commandment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So this is, Psalms 34:7, the angel of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. So, of course, these so-called aliens, which are really angels, again, just to re-clarify, these aliens, these angels, are really the ones who are pretty much guardian angels for the men of Yahweh Shem Yasham and the prophets, man. And of course, Chariots, as we always say, that we are also those same men who will be part of the elect that Yahushua will save in that time, man. So of course, as we keep doing the works and we keep enduring this time of which we're in, Jacob's trouble, of course, as it builds up to the point of the MOTB. Right. So
beings here to help us, right?
So yeah, they are around us. When the title says Harvard says aliens are living among us. Yes, they are living among us. And literally, you can even go into in fact, yeah, you can even go into 2 Peter 2, because even the elect of Yahweh Shemeshai, of course, Chariots are that we are those men. When that time comes, they're going to realize, we are living amongst them. Because, Yahushua did choose us out of this world. So technically, we are aliens to this world, man. Which means strangers to this world. And of course, this is the key part. We're in chains of darkness. So 2 Peter 2:4, for if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment. Now, of course, here it says, spared not the angels that sinned. First of all, angels can't sin. They're perfect. It's talking about really the angels that are in chains of darkness, man, that are subject to the flesh. That's the thing. That's why the scriptures also say, if a just man falleth 7 times he getteth back up. Because that's more advice for those of us upon this earth, man, whom Yahweh Shem Messiah has trusted with this knowledge. we're the so-called angels who have sinned, you know, just going by the wording here. And yes, we are in that. That's why we need the grace and the mercy of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. But the point is that we are those so-called fallen angels, of course, all three Yahweh Yahushua, who are in these chains, these fleshly bodies that are also known as chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment. So of course, there's a reason why we are here to serve out, to be in these vessels. Of course, it's to serve out judgment. That's why, you know, brothers be in certain situations, man. When I say situations, read situations that may provoke anger, vexation, pain. You know, you may get sicknesses. You got demons tormenting you. Yeah, it's all part of the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. But eventually, you know, as either 1st or 2nd Corinthians 15 talks about, where we're going to be changed, and then death is going to be swallowed up in victory. You know, so yeah, the point being is, yes, aliens are literally living amongst you lot. And I'm talking about really the elect of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know, and Yahweh Tazar, we are those men. You know, Yahweh Tazar meaning Yahweh willing.
Beings here to help us, right? They don't want that to be the story. So they have to get ahead of the story and say, hey, don't worry, Harvard studied this, and they say it's dinosaurs or future humans. Hilarious.
It's folly that comes out, man, when you try and use carnal understanding to understand spiritual things. It's folly. You know, as the scriptures say, the wisdom of the world is foolishness to the Most High. That's in Corinthians. And they'll continue this.
Then we have this clip posted this week. Information about a 7-minute encounter between a glowing blue barbell-shaped
looks like
UFO.
A shake weight. You remember those?
Half the length of a football field in size. It came from 3 witnesses, including a Pentagon engineering contractor. This happened in southwestern Ontario in August 2013, about 11 years. So he goes on to say, like, what the encounter was like. He saw this craft and all this stuff, tried to film it. This is clearly not a aerodynamic looking vehicle.
No.
So it's probably using gravity propulsion. So like we're seeing, this is Newsmax, right? We're seeing more and more UFO stuff on the news, which is again, like it's a slow drip towards the final thing that they're working up the masses for, which is going to be for sure a staged ET invasion or
ET meaning extraterrestrial invasion, man. So Esau is about to rock up something that's going to deceive a whole load of people. And I think they call it the Bloom Beam project. You know, that's like the code name or whatever. Yeah, Blue Beam project. But the point is, it will be used to deceive, man. It will be used to deceive. And in fact, speaking of deceive, if it were possible, which means it's not possible. I know I just passed it, but I was trying to look for a more precise one. Alright, this is Matthew 13:22. For false Christ and false prophets shall arise and shall show signs and wonders to seduce, if it were possible, even the elect. If it were possible, but it's not possible. You know, because they got the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua through the scriptures. And of course, taught to us by our apostles, man. That's why we say double honors to the great Muslim apostles. You know, that's in 1 Timothy 5:17. So it says, for false Christ and false prophets shall rise and shall show signs and wonders. These signs and wonders are referring to damn. Now I gotta search up the video again. Hold on. God. See, anyways, I got it now. Well, the point being is that hold on, because I know. If it were possible, they would deceive the very elect with those technologies, man. You know, because these technologies are really things of which people haven't seen. It isn't the norm of what people have seen. Right now is that they're putting boredom upon them with these low level technologies like the phone and their little upgrades every year, kind of like the phone is like, okay, just add a little bit here, add a little bit there. These two guys pretty much talked about it, man. But I'm just bringing out the meat, spitting out the bones as well, pretty much filtering it. But yeah, man, if it were possible, which means it's not possible because we got the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Shai. That's the thing. And also, because of this as well, that's why our minds are also kept stable, which Yahweh Shem Shai aids us in keeping us and giving us the strength to do this. It's Psalms 119 verse 4, thou hast commanded us to keep thy precepts diligently, careful and persistent effort. It's ongoing, That's the point, until the point where, it's going to be fully ingrained within our heads, man, the laws, really, specifically speaking, when we have those new bodies.
What the encounter was like, he saw this craft and all this stuff, tried to film it. This is clearly not a aerodynamic looking vehicle. No. So it's probably using gravity propulsion. So like we're seeing, this is Newsmax, right? We're seeing more and more UFO stuff on the news, which is again, like it's a slow drip towards the final thing that they're working up the masses for, which is going to be for sure a staged ET invasion or ET attack. And what's interesting is we had talked about last week, our buddy Stephen Greer, Dr. Greer, with his bombshell disclosure, ET invasion or... So it's probably using gravity propulsion. So like we're seeing, this is...
that thing that I said there.
But this is clearly not a aerodynamic looking vehicle. No. So it's probably using gravity propulsion.
That's the thing, man. For those of us who have the understanding of the scriptures, we know how, we know to a certain degree how the chariots work. And all we need to do is read Ezekiel 1, to know how these chariots are really manipulated. Because they're in sync really with the spirit. And I know brothers have had dreams as well pertaining to the chariots, man. You know how it is. I think it was pertaining to... This was some time ago. I remember when a brother had a testimony of some kind of a dream where it's like an angel came by, and then in the dream, the angel gave them something like stones or something. And then those stones will be in sync with their chariots as well, man. Which really, in other words, the stones being in sync with their spirits and their spirits being in sync with the chariots. But let's get Ezekiel 1, man, to get straight to the point. Because he was saying gravity propulsion. In Ezekiel 1 is really mind manipulation. That's how the angels control the chariots, man. They think it to go one way, it goes one way. They think it to go the other way, it goes that way also. So think of it to go up, it goes up. Think of it to go down, it goes down. Literally, whatever way you want to visualize it to go, that's the way it's operating, man. But as I said, to a certain degree, we understand them. In the kingdom, we're going to understand them intricately, man. For those brothers who are interested in the mechanisms as well. So yeah, Ezekiel 1, verse 20. Whithersoever the spirit was to go, they went. Thither was their spirit to go, and the wheels were lifted up over against them, for the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. So of course, as I said, man, that's proof right there that the spirit is linked to the chariots, and the spirit which resides in the mind, when you then think of it to move left, it will move left. There's no controller. The only controller is your mind, your spirit. So that's a very easy system to control. And brothers are going to experience that in the time to come. Yahweh Shem Chariots. Of course, we all endure to the end, to the point of salvation, man. Right, let's continue. So that gravity propulsion is just, his way of understanding. But we know it's through the spirit. That's how the angels manipulate, through the mind.
So it's probably using gravity propulsion. So like we're seeing, this is Newsmax, right?
Yeah, and obviously through that as well, through the spirit, you're also able to manipulate elements too, man. Manipulating gravity. Gravity pretty much affecting everything that's earthly. And of course, the things of the heavens, the technologies of the heavens, are they're not affected by the things of the earth. That's the thing. So the earthly elements can be manipulated by those who are in heavenly vessels. I'm talking about the angels here. Now we will soon be in that state of being as well. I think it's 1 Corinthians 15, verse 40, about celestial bodies and terrestrial bodies.
More and more UFO stuff on the news, which is again like it's a slow drip towards the final thing that they're talked about last week. Our buddy Stephen Greer, Dr. Greer, with his bombshell disclosure, and the fact that Billy Carson's been making the rounds on the podcasting scene, and he was also on Patrick Bet David, just like Dr. Greer was this month. So we have two huge spiritual influences. Bombshell disclosure, and the fact that Billy Carson's been making the rounds on the podcasting scene, and he was also on Patrick Bet David.
Thing about this Jake as well is that he's pretty much obviously he's going by the reasoning. It's a bug out way of reasoning, man. I remember when I think the elder brother Arayala on one of the Remnant Saved channels, I think it was Remnant Saved bar, 144 bar, about a few weeks ago, where he touched on this guy, pretty much trying to flip and just promote confusion within the scriptures, man. But anyways, I won't touch on that. But the point is, the guy can bug out people for those who do try to reason from his perspective, which really is false. As the scriptures say, let every man be a liar and let the Most High be true. That can be applied there as well.
Just like Dr. Greer was this month. So we have two huge spiritual influencers on PBD's podcast, and both of them talked about the hidden technology, hidden ET technology that the government has been keeping secret. And that's why, like, we think that the fake ET attack they're leading towards is because they want to just scare people about ETs. That's part of it. But another huge part of it is that it's a distraction diversion technique against all of the ET technology that they have, such as scalar energy weapons and gravity propulsion, that they don't want the public to know about, because nothing would piss off the masses more than knowing they have free energy, 0-point energy, gravity propulsion.
Esau's been hiding a lot of technology, man. But I will say this, though. They ain't got flipping... They cannot have chariots.
Or technology.
If it was so, then of course it would be the Most High as well. Of course, at this point, I'm just speaking as I am, but they can't really be away, because those are heavenly vehicles. How can you grasp or keep heavenly vehicles in a carnal thing place? So it don't make no sense. Really, what should be happening is the Most High obviously giving Esau knowledge and whatnot. He does a diligent search. Him hiding the technologies that he's created, he would then use it to deceive people as though it's some kind of an alien invasion. I mean, that's what I think personally. But Yahweh Hashem Yahshai's will, Yahweh Hashem Yahshai's will be done ultimately. So let's see what's up.
Then he says right here that in that disclosure I showed last month on his archive he dropped, there's a whole section on this fact. Watch.
Now there's some scary stories, what we call the stagecraft of, so-called abductions and mutilations and things like that. But those are all done by covert human programs. Those are lookalikes. We can get into that. I mean, there's a whole section of the archive on that. And we actually document this. I have top secret guys who come forward on the record stating point blank that they have been part of operations abducting people. So if you like this clip.
Oh, shit. What's interesting about that, bro, is that I watched a piece on Redacted a few months ago that I don't think I told you about, but it's from a journalist who went to Peru to film do you remember the article from like mid 2023, probably over a year?
What he's going to talk about is it's pretty much Esau's technology that has been hiding, man. That's why things are going to be looking very interesting in the time to come, man. You start to realize, oh, okay, so this is why, The scriptures say, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect, because Esau is gonna put some strong deception and sorcery out there, man, to manipulate people, to weaken people as well. That's the thing. But anyways, I'm gonna do a part 2 on this. Yeah, about Chariots. I'll probably bring like a few precepts in the next one. And yeah, man, Yaroslav, that you're edified. Because really, the point of the video is the UFOs are the chariots, the angels, the so-called aliens are the angels, man. Even this video alone pretty much mentions the point. But yeah, that's really the point right there. But yeah, Shalom. It's been a brother Ratazar Racha Halawaya. And Yabashim Yashabra Katham.